Right now at 10, the start of a hearing to determine if the case of a 10-year-old girl's murder will be moved to juvenile court. And the last former officer connected to the killing of George Floyd is given his sentence in state court. Plus, an old La Crosse beer is returning to its original brewery this fall after more than 20 years.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. It was an emotional day for friends and family of Lily Peters as the 15-year-old accused of her murder heads back to court. News 8 Now's Michael Germain was at the Chippewa County Courthouse today and has the details.
The 15-year-old suspect in the homicide of Lily Peters appeared in court today. It's an effort to waive him back into the juvenile system. The reverse waiver hearing is an attempt by the suspect's defense team to have his case moved back to juvenile court. The hearing is expected to last several days. Today, Judge Stephen Gibbs laid the foundation for how evidence will be presented as the hearing moves forward. First, no crime scene photos are allowed to be shown during the hearing, including photos or videos of the suspect. Additionally, prosecutors will not be allowed to talk about Lily Peters' character or personal history.
I view the petition as nothing more than a pleading which Mr. Cohen needs to prove. He has three factors he needs to prove. I am not going to use the petition in any way whatsoever to help him prove that. He has alleged things. If they don't come in to court, they won't be considered by the court.
Officer Program Services Director Alicia Kraus says juvenile rehabilitation programming can help combat behavior.
We strongly encourage participation in primary programs, however, we cannot force someone to participate if they choose not to.
Lily Peters was reported missing the night of April 24th, 2022. Her body was later found close to her home. The 15-year-old charged in her death is facing first-degree intentional homicide and 2 counts of sexual assault. The hearings are scheduled to continue into this week. Ken?
And that's something we will be following. Michael Germain, thank you very much. And for more information on this case, you can visit news8000.com or you can download our free News 8000 app from the App Store. The last former Minneapolis police officer to face sentencing for the killing of George Floyd learned his fate today. Former Officer Tu Tao was convicted of aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. Tao was sentenced by a Minneapolis judge to 4 years and 9 months in prison. That's longer than the state recommended guidelines. During the hearing today, Tao spoke for about half an hour about his growth as a Christian since Floyd's death, but he denied his role in it.
I did not commit these crimes. My conscience is clear. I will not be a Judas, nor join a mob in self-preservation, or betray my God, nor the true faithful countrymen who found this country under the fear and majesty of God.
Tao's sentence in state court will run concurrently with his 3.5-year sentence on a separate federal civil rights conviction. His attorney says they will appeal. The La Crosse Fire Department responded to a garage fire early this morning. According to a press release by the La Crosse Fire Department, when crews arrived at the scene around 2 a.m., they found a detached garage and camper in flames. Crews were able to put out the fire quickly and keep it from spreading to a nearby house. The house did sustain some heat damage, though none of the residents were hurt. However, one firefighter was injured. LCFD is investigating the cause of the fire. The showers at Great River Landing have been closed due to vandalism. According to a city official, there have been issues with people breaking the dowels that hold up the shower curtains. There have also been issues with people trying to break into the coin return. Because of the vandalism, the showers are not operational and have been closed indefinitely. Part of 11th Street South in La Crosse closed beginning today. Mayo Clinic Health System in the area closed that section that runs from the front of the Cancer and Surgery building and along the east side of the clinic. That street will be closed from now through the 13th of this month for utility work that's related to the construction of the new hospital. During this time, patients and visitors are going to be asked to use the Market Street entrance to get to the emergency department and to drop off and pick up patients at the hospital and cancer and surgery building. Well, temperature-wise, not too shabby. A little bit of a breeze earlier in the day as well. Let's bring in meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our forecast. Bill?
Yeah, Ken, and these temperatures you see on the high temperature graphic, pretty much right on track. Our average high in La Crosse is 84, and our high today, you guessed it, 84 degrees in La Crosse and Eau Claire, 83 degrees in Black River Falls, 83 in Sparta, 81 in Winona. We've got some mid and upper 70s for highs today in Preston, Decorah, and Viroqua, 82 in Prairie du Chien. Time lapse from earlier this evening showing some high and mid-level clouds, a little bit of haze, I think a little bit of smoke in the higher levels of the atmosphere, and that tends to happen when you see the sun set and you can actually see the disk of the sun. That's an indication that there is that smoky haze coming into play somewhat. Otherwise, skies mainly clear across the region right now, and you can see that on the satellite radar imagery. Earlier we had a little boundary, sparks, some isolated showers. Those have now faded since the sun has set. Clouds off to our east, a few more clouds off to our west, so we'll call it partly cloudy for most of the overnight. 70 degrees right now in Eau Claire, 71 here in La Crosse, 63 in Black River Falls and Sparta, 62 at Volkfield, 68 in Viroqua. So clear to partly cloudy overnight, just a little bit on the sticky side, but not bad. With fairly light winds, we're looking at some patchy fog late tonight and into early tomorrow, primarily in northern and eastern sections of the viewing area. What about some additional rain chances? I know we all need some rainfall after we kind of missed out yesterday. I'll have the answer with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, thanks very much. We'll be checking in with you in just a few minutes. The La Crosse County Public Works and Infrastructure Committee has reviewed updates to their new all-terrain vehicle ordinance. The committee is set on updating the safety requirements and creating a more efficient application process to open roads for ATV and UTV use. Now, the group is trying to make sure the ordinance is similar to other ordinances in the surrounding counties.
So we're trying to get that consistency so that folks can go from one jurisdiction to another and still have a common set of rules.
The updated ordinance has set hours that will match those in neighboring Jackson County. Viner also said the changes will improve safety for everyone. You will need liability insurance and a driver's license if you're using an ATV or UTV on the roads. The updated ordinance is set to be presented to the full county board next week. $30 million. That's what the Houston School District is hoping voters approve for a major capital project. Superintendent Mary Morum says this is the first major capital referendum in a long time for the district, something the board has been developing for several years. The $30 million would go toward a comprehensive renovation of all the district's buildings to prioritize maintenance upgrades and building security, something the superintendent says is sorely lacking.
And as soon as you enter, it's like a split level. You can go up or you can go down, and there's no office. So once you get in, you have to report to the office. Now, whether you do that or not, that's up to you.
And that presents a security concern in the elementary building. The high school building has a similar concern where the district office is buzzing in kids without specific knowledge of the entire student body. Now, the referendum is split into two questions. Question 1 approves $18 million for secure entrances, office renovations, new media centers, and other academic programming rooms. Question 2 would approve another $12 million in bonds for building an auditorium and performing arts spaces. Question 2 can only pass if question 1 passes. Now, the state is also set to pay for 42% of this referendum through a school tax credit. Now, for a $250,000 home, both questions being approved would mean roughly a $650 annual property tax increase. The special election for this referendum is tomorrow. Cannabis is now legal in Minnesota, but the state office overseeing cannabis use is still being set up. So in the meantime, that's leaving city governments to decide how to try and regulate things. Winona City Council tonight postponed an ordinance that would have banned cannabis use in public spaces. The ordinance would have blocked usage on any city-owned property. The Common Council largely agreed that any public space ordinance needs to balance cannabis use between consumable and smokable products. They discussed that edibles and THC seltzers would be better suited to be allowed in the same way alcohol is in public, while smokable cannabis will need a more nuanced approach. Winona's police chief also urged the council tonight to think about large city events like Steamboat Days that might present a challenge for an ordinance.
I want you to think outside the box in terms of where are there going to be large numbers of what you're trying to prevent here is younger adults.
I think we can go a long ways in defining this to make it make sense for folks and to have the majority of people in this community feel comfortable with it.
Now, the new state law allows cannabis use on private property and property licensed to permit on-site consumption. The expectation is the council will touch up the ordinance at a later date. The City of Boston's public speaking rules include a poor word choice. That's according to a longtime political science and free speech expert at UW-Madison. We've previously introduced you to the Boston Mayor's document outlining new speaking guidelines for public comment in city meetings. Longtime UW-Madison political science professor Howard Schwaber says most of the document is harmless. He says the rule, though, that comments, quote, should not be an attack on an individual, institution, or organization is the problematic line. That's because it puts what he calls a chilling effect on a resident's First Amendment rights.
If a rule is written in such a way that a reasonable reader will look and say, oh, I'd better not say what I'm thinking because I might get in trouble, that's a chilling effect. And the First Amendment protects against that.
Schwaber recommends that line be rewritten to include more descriptive examples of what's not allowed. As it is, he says the word attack lacks specificity. This rules document is on the agenda for tomorrow's Common Council meeting. After the break, contaminated water. A Vietnam veteran says an abandoned junkyard nearby is tainting his well water, and he may be waiting years for a solution.
Contact North Central Paving to make your life smoother.
Are you an experienced carpenter, window and door installer, considering a new opportunity in the year ahead? Begin a new career at the Board Store Home Improvements. The Board Store is the area's premier home improvement contractor, serving the community from the same location for over 33 years. Continued growth opens new opportunities, good pay, good benefits and respect, no weekends or overnight travel. Begin a new career where skill matters and character is valued. Apply online or at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Contact North Central Paving to make your life smoother.
Tainted water. It is the reality now for some residents in Necedah. As News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall explains, a nearby junkyard is at the center of those concerns.
Sometimes I wake up and I can smell the toxicity.
Harvey Fields is a survivor.
Now, I've had cancer twice.
A Vietnam veteran who's seen it all and knows when there's something funny in the water. So it's no wonder an abandoned junkyard near his home in Necedah left him with a funny taste in his mouth.
The barrels of liquid and oil and batteries and tires and all this stuff is sitting in water. It leaches right into the aquifer.
He wrote letters to the EPA, the DNR, his elected representatives.
They take my information and they said, well, we'll contact our people at the DNR. So after that, they either call me back and say they can't do it or they don't call back.
Until a day last April, when things at the junkyard took a turn for the worse.
Started going northeast, and so then it came back west and ignited the junkyard.
The fire grew so large, he and his dog were forced to evacuate.
I was sitting in the woodshed, me and the dog, and the DNR came back and said they was evacuating, got a fire down by the driveway.
The first 80 acres or so were extinguished quickly, but when it reached the junkyard,
Went all night because of the petroleum products and everything.
it was bad enough that the Juneau County Health Department came out to test residents' wells. For Harvey Fields, the results weren't good.
It brought back memories like nervousness, anxieties.
The levels of manganese and zinc discovered in his well were far beyond safety standards, which means retirement for this Army veteran looks a lot different than he imagined.
I'm not sure who's supplying the water, but I pick it up at the village hall.
It's a battle that keeps him up at night.
I wake up of a dead sleep, wide awake, and it triggers anxieties. Oh no, not again. Am I gonna have to go through chemo again? You know, I just want to live. I don't want to do another tour of duty.
The question now, who's to blame?
That is a very difficult question to answer. Right now, this former junkyard, is a tax delinquent property. So right now the county does not own it. So that's how it's very difficult to navigate this situation, is there's no responsible party to name.
Even if there was, more testing would be required to determine if the manganese in Harvey's water is a direct result of the fire.
It is naturally occurring in our environment. It could be from the fire, we're not sure.
And until that question is answered, Harvey Fields doesn't know how long the battle will go on.
You mean to tell me that residents like Harvey Fields could be dealing with contaminated water for another 2 to 5 years?
That would be potentially. It all depends on what we discover when they start the investigation.
And at 73 years old, it could be the last battle he ever faces.
I earn better than this.
Schultz says the Juneau County Health Department has no plans to do any more testing unless there is a specific change. They'll continue investigating the junkyard next to Fields' house and may hire an environmental consultant. We'll have more news in just a few minutes, but first.
Radar, pretty quiet at this time, but will it stay that way through the week? I'll have the answer with my 8-day forecast coming up next.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Skip the wait. Get your kids' glasses made the same day, only at Stanton Optical.
Jolivet Family Farms, there's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Our hearing connects us with people, and when that bridge is broken, our job is to help people with that hearing loss and reconnect them back with their lives again. We really feel that better hearing is a better life.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Turn the key and open the door to your next home with a home loan from Ultra. With a variety of loan options, from buying your very first home to building the home of your dreams, we're here to help make it happen with a local connection you trust. Our professional loan experts are with you every step of the home buying process and through the life of your loan, making it easy to handle your finances and getting you back to what matters most. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Dings, dents, scratches, big crunches. You know where to bring them. Pischke Motors Collision Center on 2nd Street in downtown La Crosse. This is a Pischke Motors Collision Center hail alert. If your vehicle was damaged in one of the recent storms, bring it down to our drive-in lanes for a quick estimate. We help with insurance claims and get your vehicle back in shape at Pischke Motors Collision Center. So when the dings, dents, scratches, even the big crunches happen, bring them to Pischke Motors Collision Center on 2nd Street in downtown La Crosse.
At Stanton Optical, you get great value on eye care, including contacts. Right now, get a 1-year supply of AccuView Oasis and an eye exam for only $189. Scan now to book your eye exam. Yay, technology.
The Board Store. The best products, best prices, and best people for all home improvements. Contact us today for a prompt, free estimate.
Welcome back to News 8 now at 10. You know, most of us in the Coulee region were geared up yesterday for some heavy rainfall totals, but the storm system just moved around us. So for a sense of maybe when rain will actually arrive, maybe perhaps later this week, let's bring in Bill for the latest. Bill?
Yeah, Ken, that system, boy, late last week was showing like it was going to track right across the region with some beneficial rains. And then starting Friday night, it started trending farther south. And that's indeed, unfortunately, what happened. If you wanted the rainfall, it tracked across Iowa and Illinois. So those folks saw the beneficial rain rather than our neck of the woods, just hit and miss showers around here. But we've got additional chances in my 8-day forecast. You'll see that coming up. First of all, quick check of the allergy report. Medium symptoms the next 2 days for weeds, low for ragweed, and high for mold spores. All is quiet across the region right now. 84 degrees was the high, 65 the low. That's right on track. 84 and 64 are the averages, and no rainfall today. We're almost 9/10 below average already for the month of August. 71 degrees at the airport, 72 at the station. Pressure 29.87 inches of mercury. The wind is calm, and the Mississippi up just a bit, 4.67 feet. Good evening to you folks up in Eau Claire in the Chippewa Valley. 70 degrees at the Chippewa Valley Airport with a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures in the 60s for most, but again, we're still at 71 as you saw in La Crosse, and 70 in Eau Claire, 74 up in the cities, but low to mid 60s in Black River Falls and Sparta, 67 in Viroqua, and 65 in Decorah. Dew points in the lower to middle 60s for some, so a little sticky, but not too bad for this time of year. Notice the winds are light or calm in many spots. A visibility tracker showing the chance for some patchy fog towards morning, especially along and north of Interstate 94 for a few hours, but should be pretty isolated in nature. Otherwise, skies are clear as we're kind of between some batches of clouds, just high and mid-level clouds. Now that cold front you see up to the north and west, that's going to drop through on Wednesday, bring a chance for some showers and thunderstorms as we head into Wednesday afternoon and evening. So all is quiet tonight, clear to partly cloudy conditions and dry. Heading into our Tuesday, another seasonably warm day with sunny to partly cloudy skies. And then tomorrow night dry, but then heading into Wednesday, that cold front drops in from the north, maybe some showers around lunchtime north of Eau Claire, and then that boundary drops south across the region Wednesday afternoon and evening with a chance for some scattered showers and storms. Temperatures tomorrow similar to today, mid-80s for highs in La Crosse. Most of the locations over 60 on our zone forecast fly-through map, 81 to 85 degrees for afternoon highs. Again, that's pretty close to average for this time of year. Maybe an isolated 86 as well. 61 tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Again, that chance for a little bit of patchy fog to the north and east. Tomorrow, 85, seasonably warm. That chance of afternoon and evening storms on Wednesday, 84. And then about every other day, chance of rain on Friday, small chance on Sunday, and a chance around Tuesday of next week, and pretty uniform seasonable temperatures there through the next 8 days with highs in the lower to middle 80s. Ken?
All right. Bill, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers looking to get back in the win column tonight against Colorado. Plus, we're less than a month away from the Eagles' regular season opener. Today was a media day for UWL football. Rob's got that next.
You live a life on demand. Movies, shows, and more. Your local news, weather, and sports shouldn't be different. The 8000 Plus app is the free streaming option, giving you everything local on your time. If you have one of these, you can get this.
Get up to 56% off list at our huge 56th anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, enter to win a free car. Living rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. 56th anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Trust Menards to keep your home's exterior protected with our great selection of exterior paints and stains. Dutch Boy Exterior Stain and Sealer is dirt and scuff resistant to preserve the wood's natural beauty. Get Dutch Boy Exterior Stain and Sealer for $35.94 plus save 11%. Try Cabot Premium Stains and Finishes for unbeatable quality and protection against weathering for your exterior wood surfaces. A gallon of Australian timber oil is just $49.98 plus save 11% now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Ever wonder how your bike would do in a drag race without getting a ticket? All Out Dyno Drag Racers are coming to Great River Harley-Davidson Saturday, August 19th. Hook into the dyno trailer and race your bike a virtual quarter mile to see who has the fastest ride. All bikes and spectators are welcome. We'll have food and prizes August 19th. The All Out Dyno Drag Races at Great River Harley-Davidson.
I'm going to say something I want you to think about. Wealthy people ask, how much? People who struggle with their money ask, how much a month? If you're borrowing for everything you purchase, you're buying everything on time, this can lead to a life of financial mediocrity. I think you deserve much better than that. If you'd like to learn more, give me a call at Firefighters Credit Union.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Incredible mattress deals. Plus, enter to win a free car at the huge 56th anniversary sale at Slumberland. Up to 56% off list. Amazing deals on mattresses, pillows, sheets, and more at Slumberland. It's a big deal.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
In just 3.5 weeks, the UWL football team gets to kick off its regular season. Expectations are high again for lacrosse. The Eagles are coming off a 9-2 campaign, a playoff berth as well, and this team is expecting even more this season. UWL comes into 2023 ranked 12th in the country according to D3Football.com. That's second best in the WIAC, just behind 11th ranked Whitewater, the only team to beat the Eagles last season in conference play. But it's a new year for head coach Matt Janis's bunch, and as always, expectations remain the same for this squad. Eagles holding Media Day on Monday as the team prepares for another grueling regular season. Janis says it's hard to stay patient waiting for August to come, but here we are. The team is back together in lacrosse, and it's time for the Eagles to get to work.
It's like finally. Like I mean, as a coach, you just finally, let's go. You know, because you get those extended Italy practices. So you know, by the end of that, we kind of needed those guys need a little bit of a break, and then you get into July and you're just like, you're just kind of waiting around. You're sitting, you're waiting, and now it's getting real.
And it's going to get even more real. 3 weeks from Thursday, Eagles kick off the regular season on the road against Dakota State. The Legion baseball season officially came to an end over the weekend, and what an awesome way to go out for these guys. 10 of our area athletes getting the chance to play on a Major League Diamond Sunday in the Legion Baseball All-Star Game. That puts a cap on another incredible baseball season here in the Cooley region. The Red Hot Loggers looking for their 4th straight win. Lacrosse north of the border tonight in Thunder Bay, and it doesn't matter where this team plays. They just hit. Dan Merkel goes back up the box for a base hit. That drives in 2 to make it 5-1 Loggers. Then it's Ben Ziegler-Namoa adding to it in the 6th. He scorches one to center. Too hot to handle. That's going to allow another run to score as Aiden Sweat comes in to make it 6-1. Then in the 7th, Sweat strikes one in a center. That's going to drive in 2 more. Loggers pouring it on tonight. They get the win, their 4th straight, 12-2 the final over Thunder Bay. Brewers opening up a 3-game set with the Rockies, and Milwaukee mashing all night in this one. Bryce Terang gets the crew on the board with a 2-run shot. Brewers take a 2-1 lead. It was all Milwaukee from that point on. Tyrone Taylor going oppo in the 8th, high and deep to right. That's going to sneak over the wall for a solo shot, makes it 9-1 Brewers. And Boyd and Milwaukee hit the jackpot with this kid. 2 on for Sal Frelick, and the stud strikes again. The rookie takes it out to right center for a 3-run blast. All Brewers tonight, they make it look easy over Bill Grawl's Rockies, 12-1 the final. Twins have been red hot. They were looking for their 5th straight win tonight in Detroit. Minnesota strikes first. Carlos Correa lines an RBI double down the left field line. Donovan Solano scores to make it 1-0. Then it's Ryan Jeffers with 2 on. Goodbye, baseball. This one is absolutely hammered to left. It ain't coming back. A 3-run shot makes it 4-0 Twins. And then it's Correa with 2 on in the 2nd. And this one's not staying in the park either. Correa going the other way. Just gets it over the wall and right for a 3-run shot. That makes it 7-0. That was more than enough for Pablo Lopez. The Twins ace goes 7, strikes out 8. Minnesota wins its 5th straight, 9-3, the final score. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Be a part of something bigger than yourself. Join a community who will support you with your health and wellness goals. Make new friends. Discover new ways to be active and belong. Join the Y today. The Y for a better us.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
At Union State Bank, we're your trusted locally owned community bank with 120 years of experience. Our dedicated directors, officers, and staff take pride in serving you, your family, and your business. When you bank with us, you become a part of our family. Visit us today or go online to discover how Union State Bank can help you achieve your financial goals. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop her from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Innovative Basement Authority, we'll do a complete home inspection for free, so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
Holman Custom Collision and Service is your one-stop auto repair shop, locally owned and operated for over 20 years. Did your vehicle sustain hail damage in the recent storm? Holman Custom Collision and Service offers paintless dent repair, which can be used to repair most hail damage. Call now to set up an appointment for one of our qualified PDR technicians to closely examine your hail damage. We will generate a detailed hail damage estimate and help you work with your insurance company. Holman Custom Collision and Service, off the beaten path, 307 Ryan Street, Holman.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Become a better you with the help and support of a personal trainer. Our team at The Y will work with you to meet your goals in a supportive and encouraging environment. You can be stronger and living better through the help of The Y. The Y for a better us.
Police say they are looking for the man in connection with the theft of a bicycle worth about $1,300. But in what police describe as a rather peculiar turn of events, the suspect, as you see, was befriended by the golden retriever as he was about to leave. The household's dog received some belly rubs from the suspect, who said, quote, "You're the coolest dog I've ever known. I love you too. You're a sweetheart." He goes on to tell the dog that your dad should not leave the garage open, before calling to see if anyone is home. After some more cuddles, the suspect did leave with the bike. I'm thinking the dog should have told the guy, "Hey man, life's gonna be rough when you get caught." There we go. We'll be right back.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are fresh ground beef, $2.77 for a 1-pound roll. Green seedless grapes, $1.48 a pound. And Frito-Lay party-sized snacks, only $3.49 each when you buy 3. All week long at Hy-Vee.
Get twice the windows at half the cost with your home improvement company. For a limited time, buy 2 windows and get 2 windows free. Double the value and double the savings. Call today for 0 interest and 0 payments until 2025. Our team of trained and certified professionals will make sure your project is done right the first time. Call or go online to schedule your free consultation and take advantage of buy 2, get 2 windows free. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Hey Nick, like usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
And nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
G&T, the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
Stop into Leibachens for the hottest deal in August. This month, you can use your Red Hot ticket to get any item in the store for $10. Rent a gaming system, living room group, a TV for the big game, or get back to school with a new computer. Rent anything in the store for $10 for the first 2 weeks during the month of August. Don't miss this event. Hurry in for the best deal this August with the Red Hot ticket from Leibachens Rent to Own.
What you want, when you
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Now get 3.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are 6-pack 7-Up products, just $2.48 each when you buy 4. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, 3 for just $5. And Driscoll's blueberries, only $1.99 a pint. All week long at Hy-Vee.
61 tonight with a clear to partly cloudy sky. Dry tomorrow, 85. Slight chance of rain Wednesday afternoon and evening, 84. Not sure what's worse, Ken's rough puns or Rob ripping on my Rockies, but hey, they felt bad for the Brewers after sweeping them in May, so they'll come to play tomorrow night.